I don't know about you, but I would much rather be out shooting than to spend time behind a computer editing images. But editing images is a necessary evil, and actually it's a good thing because with digital, you got an idea of what you got after you shoot it, and you know what you can do with it when you get into Lightroom. The tedious process would be editing each and every image. Fortunately, there are two weapons in your arsenal. And I'm going to go into the Develop module, and you can copy settings from one image to another. But in this case, I'm going to apply edits to a couple of images at once that were photographed under the same lighting conditions. Here I've got three images that are very similar, so I'm going to select the three of these. And now I've got the first one I'm going to edit. You see, I have the option to synchronize. Synchronize would be when you apply settings to one image and then select several images and apply those settings by synchronizing. And I've discussed that in another video. But today I'm going to discuss AutoSync. And that happens just by clicking this little button right here. It goes from sync to AutoSync. Now I've got three images shot under similar conditions, so I'm going to apply several basic edits to all three images at once. I'm just going to keep my panel open here. But first I'm going to start out with, I got kind of a wonky histogram here. So I'm going to start with my whites, and if I hold down the Option key and drag the white slider to the right, notice what's happening to the histogram until I see some color inside the image, and I see two green specks, so I just drag back a little bit until they go away. Now my whites are set. Now let's work on the darks, the blacks. I drag my black slider to the left, holding down the Option key, Alt on a Windows machine. I see a little bit of black highlights. And I'm going to leave those there because that's right in this part of the image. So now I've got a pretty good histogram from shadows to highlights. I've got my basic settings all done. Exposure is about right because it was that time of the day. I'm going to darken the sky just a little bit, but I'm going to do that in another step because the horizon isn't the same in all three images. But I am going to go down and I'm going to add some clarity, vibrance, and saturation to make the image pop. And I've created a preset for that. And I'll talk about presets in another lesson. Now see what a difference that's already made to this one image. I'm going to do one more thing, go into my HSL panel and select luminance and then select the targeted adjustment tool. And now I'm going to click and drag down in the sky, and it's just darkening that blue tone to make that sky pop. Now I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm just about done. The only thing I'm going to do is put a slight vignette on it, because that'll work on all three images. And I'm going to drag to the left to darken just a bit. And now I'm going to unclick AutoSync. And now let's open the film strip here and see those settings have been applied to all three images. And it was just that quick. And that is the power of AutoSync in the Lightroom Develop module.